G'day everyone, it's James Foligno here again, and I'll be bringing you the latest Gold Coast property sales and auction results. The week that we'll be covering is June the 28th until Monday, June 28th until Sunday, the 4th of July. Like we do every week, the first thing I'd like to go through is just the auction results for Queensland. So what we'll do is I'll share my screen and I'll head over there now. Okay, so let's have a look. And here we are now. So as you can see, this is a snapshot provided by realestate.com of the Australian auction and sales results for the last week. As you can see from clearance rates, Victoria and New South Wales still very strong. Same with South Australia, ACT. So really a high percentage of clearance rate. Queensland, similar to last week, it has dipped down a little bit. So we'll monitor this just to see where it goes from here. But when we look at the Queensland auction results, there was 336 scheduled auctions for Queensland. Of the 336, 105 went ahead. Of the 105 that went ahead, 64 were sold, and that gave the clearance rate of 65%. So there was roughly about 230 that were scheduled for auction that didn't go to auction, and potentially and most likely these properties were sold prior to auction. So let's move along and let's go straight into it. So the first property that I'd like to show you, and like we do every week, we start off, I'll show the properties sort of around that 750,000 and below, and then we'll move into the northern, middle and southern Gold Coast. So this is the first one I'd like to show you, and this one here was at 40 Jancoon Court in Carrara. 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom with a single car garage, lovely resort style pool. It was on a block of just over 600 square meters, renovated home, and this home sold for 685,000. 685,500 to be correct. The next one I'd like to move on is this one here. This was at 217A Turpin Road in Labrador. It was a 3-bedroom, 1 bath home. This home here was 400 meters to the Broadwater, and it's currently returning 500 a week. So it's been updated, lovely home, and this home sold for 555,000. The next one I'd like to show you is this one here. This was at 53 McDonald Road in Tamborine Mountain. It's a little cottage on 1,000 square meters of land, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, plenty of car accommodation. And as you can see, lovely home. Tamborine Mountain's about an hour inland from the Gold Coast. So someone wanting that sort of country feel, this is a home that would suit. This home here sold for 587,000. We're going to move on to Parkwood. There's not many photos of this property. This property is a 3-bed, 2-bath with a double garage, plenty of room for car spaces out the front as well. It's on just over 500 square meters of land, brick and tile home. This home sold for 625,000. The next one I'd like to show you is this one here. This is a duplex, so it's 2 side by side. It is in an estate. It's in a place called Kumbaba. This was at 73/590 Pine Ridge Road. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath with a single garage and another car accommodation out the front. Really well maintained. Someone that's wanting to get into the property market or to start off, this is something that you can definitely start from. The body corporate in this complex was $71, and this home here sold for 325,000. Now, the last one that I'd like to look at, and this is the first time that this suburb has entered or that I've ever featured it in the lower price bracket, but it's this home here. Now, this is probably the purchase of the week, I think. This home was at number 8 Arcadia Drive in Mermaid Waters. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath with 4-car accommodation, brick and tile home. As you can see, tiled throughout, fans throughout, really ready to move into. Could do with an update, but if for someone that just wants to move into a home and live in a suburb such as Mermaid Waters, this was probably the pick. This was on 600 square meters, plenty of room for a pool, and this home sold for $680,000. Very good buying. Okay, so let's move along. Let's go into the above 750 price bracket. First one I'd like to show you is this one here. This is at 614 Beaudesert Nerang Road in Mount Nathan. It's a really big country style residence, 5-bed, 3-bath, plenty of car accommodation. It was on 4 acres. It's got a dam. It's got a swimming pool. It's really like a country estate. It's got stables for horses. And this property over the weekend sold $2.21 million. So as you can see, really nice on the inside as well. Really well maintained. Okay, so let's move along now. So the next one I'd like to show you is up at Hope Island. It's this one here at 2 Santa Monica Boulevard. This home here was on 523 square meters. It's on the water. It was 5-bed, 3-bath with 2-car accommodation. It's got a lovely lap pool overlooking the water. And this home here sold at $1.68 million, double story and well maintained. Really looks really nice from the inside, and they've done a great job with the build on this home. The next one we're going to move on to, well, it was sold as 2 homes, so I'll show you it. It's these 2 homes here, 125 and 127 Bayview Street in Runaway Bay. So this is the location, as you can see from this picture here. These were just 2 homes. Most likely this was purchased by a developer. Total land size is 1,213 square meters, so just over 600 per block. And these 2 blocks were sold for $700 each. So purchase price for 2 houses side by side, $1.4 million. Moving along, we're going to go Middle Gold Coast. And again, this was fantastic buying on the weekend. This home here, renovated home with a swimming pool in the suburb of Mermaid Waters again. 3-bed, 2-bath, 4-car accommodation. As you can see, it's been renovated, really clean home, ready to move into. And this home on 319 Rio Vista Boulevard sold for $749,999. So again, really good buying. Next home we'd like to look at is this one here. This is at 13 Pilot Court, Mermaid Waters, 4-bed, 2-bath, double garage with a swimming pool on a fantastic waterfront location. So you've got really good wide water frontage on this home. As you can see, it's got solar, and again, ready to move into. Could do with an update if you wanted to do that, but again, for someone that just wants to live in that location and that suburb, something ready to go. This sold for $1,335,000. The next one that we'd like to look at is this one here. This is at 28 Wunya Street in Broadbeach Waters. This is renovated. This is a large home that could lend itself to dual living. It's on 944 square meters, corner block with a swimming pool. Again, has been renovated, is on water, so it's on water as well. And this home sold at auction on the weekend. This one sold for $1.5 million. The next one I'd like to look at is this one over here. This one over here was at 5 Monte Vista Court in Broadbeach Waters, 550 square meters, older style home. Potentially the purchaser bought this and is looking to maybe knock the house down and put 2 duplexes or build their dream home. It's got canal access as well. So large home, and this one sold over the weekend for, what's the price? $1.3 million. Next one we're going to look at is still in Mermaid Waters. It's this home here. This was at 42 Allendale. This was an auction property. This has lovely water frontage, quite large water frontage with a swimming pool. So as you can see, really good views on this property. Huge home, over 1,000 square meters of land, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, double garage. From this picture, you can see it's got a small entry from the court, but quite big water access with your pontoon there. So really good for any boaties out there. And this one at 42 Allendale, this one sold at auction for $2.2 million on the weekend. Next one I'd like to look at, we're going to move a little bit closer to the water. We're going to move into Mermaid Beach. And we've got this one. This was a duplex. This was at 161 Dolphin Ave. 4-bed, 3-bath, single garage duplex. This was just one street off the Gold Coast Highway. This was sold at an online auction last Wednesday. This property was sold for $850,000. So we're going to move on to the last few properties. So we're going to move down to the South Gold Coast. First one I'd like to show you is this one here. And this is at 4/6 Malvista Grove in Elanora. Big property on big land. So this was on just over half a hectare. As you can see, lovely property in Elanora. 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom, plenty of car accommodation, really large grand style home. This home in Elanora sold for $1.65 million. As you can see, lots of land from that picture. Moving along, Southern Gold Coast, we're going to have a look at this one here. And this is a smaller home, older style home. This is at 252 Coolangatta Road, Balinga. Balinga, there hasn't been many property sales. And when something does come up, it does go pretty quickly. This is just a 3-bed, one bath with a single car garage and a car space home. As you can see, it's been really well maintained and renovated and looked after. For someone wanting to live down Southern Gold Coast, this is something that will be ready to move into. And this home here sold for $958,000. Little studio at the back. Okay. Next one that we'd like to look at is this one here. This was at 45 Malawa Drive in Palm Beach. 4-bed, 2-bath, double garage with a swimming pool. It's been renovated. Again, another home ready to move into. Lovely concrete floors in the living areas. This home here, selling single level home, sold $1,580,000. As you can see from those pictures. And then the last couple that we're going to look at, we've got this one up here in Burleigh Waters. This is a 4-bed, 2-bath with 2-car accommodation, a swimming pool as well. It's on 600 square meters. This was at 10 Grebe Place in Burleigh Waters. This home in Burleigh Waters sold at $1,140,000. And the last one that I'd like to show you, so for any investors out there, there was this property that sold, newly built, newly developed property. This was in Southport at 11 Ann Street. This is a block of units. You've got 6 2-bedroom units with 2 3-bedroom units. Not underground parking, but ground level parking for everyone. This is has a rental return currently of over $200,000 per annum. And this property, for the 8 properties, sold for $3.95 million. So any investors out there that wanting to try and secure a block, this brand new block, if you were to add in build cost and land value, I think the person who purchased this did quite well. So they're the results for this week. I hope that's been informative, and I'll be back again next week to show you some more properties. Until then, I hope you've learned something and it makes your property hunting a little bit easier. I'll see you next week. Take care.